In any given situation, our mind can reinforce negative thoughts or reinforce positive thoughts. And by that, I don't mean simplistic positive thoughts, I'm happy. Negative thoughts can be simplistic but very effective. Somebody said once that we need to have 6 times more positive experiences than negative ones for equal happiness. There was a time where I traded the stocks, and I remember making sometimes a lot of money in one shot, and so I would make $10,000 in one day, and I would be very happy. But then if I lost 10,000 in one day, I was decimated. It was so much worse. This is not what I wanted to talk about, but I guess it's a thought. It's a thought that the same gain and loss, the same absolute amount, it's a bat flying around, have very different effects. If you find $100, you are very happy, but if you lose $100, you are really much more unhappy. That's my experience. That happens to people who bet. They get a high by winning, but then when they lose, God, that's so decimating. And they're always going to lose because gamblers usually don't know when to quit. Not to mention that most games are biased toward the house to win. Now, when we have a neutral situation, I was comparing negative and positive of the same absolute value, how the negative is much more detrimental, and also how we had to have many more positive experiences than negative ones to be okay. But let's consider now a neutral situation, like right now it's raining, and my mind can concentrate on the lightning that just happened, and it's going to be followed by thunder in about 3 seconds. And enjoy this moment, expecting the thunder. God, so precious. It's taking more than 3 seconds, the lightning. Wow, that says it all. The lightning was much farther than I thought, and it took like 5-6 seconds for the thunder to arrive. So that's 2 kilometers away, 360 meters a second times 6, just over 2 kilometers. So I can be here at this situation, it's raining. I waited, and because it was sunset, I decided to stay here under this roof for the rain to come. I could have gone and avoided the rain and be now having a hot shower and have the TV on, watch the news. But I chose to be here because it's the sunset, and I just had this incredible experience of the thunder. And when I sit in here, my mind can be looking for moments like that just happened, that lightning followed by thunder. Or my mind can be thinking, oh God, it's going to rain all night, and I better get my poncho and start walking now. Or a moment ago, my mind was thinking, God, with this pandemic, I won't be able to see my son for a long time. He lives in New York City, and he cannot come to visit me now because would he bring the virus? And or can I go and visit New York? Will I take the risk? Maybe I'm already immune, and I start thinking about that, and I'm missing the freaking rain that is happening here and now in the Amazonia. it doesn't seem like we have a choice, but we do, or at least we need awareness. It's like the snowball of negativity, the grief resonance I was talking about the other day, that we cannot just switch from one side to the other, but we can have awareness and be saying, oh wait, that's a negative thought. Why am I doing that? Why am I thinking I'm going to be stuck here all night when the rain seems to be stopping already. Why be thinking I won't be seeing my son? Or just be aware. Just let the thought happen and be aware of its quality. And look for another thought that maybe has a different quality. So there are situations that can carry positives and negatives, and we can concentrate on the negatives. And when I was forced to move this last weekend, I was for one day at least, concentrating on the negatives, that I had to move and how difficult that was, and all the problematic of that, and the added expense, and so on. And then the change was good. It really brought to me a much better situation. So that's another particular situation, right? Change. We're very reluctant to embrace change. When change is forced upon us, one thing is when we embrace change because we chose change, but when change is dropped on us, we react very negatively. I used to tell my son when we were driving to school or situations like that when he was a kid, let's celebrate that we don't have a flat tire. So many days we drove and we didn't have a flat tire. And it got to the point that it was like, hey, we should have a flat tire soon because it's kind of boring. We never get a flat tire. But who celebrates a freaking flat tire? Every time we have a flat tire, it seems to be the worst time, the worst situation. We're going to be late for work or an appointment, or it's really hot, or it's raining, or it's dark. Sometimes it's horrid. There are people who get so angry because they get a flat tire. But why don't we just celebrate not having a flat tire, and when it happens, be like, okay, all right, that was due. That was going to happen. And all right. We so like change. We so embrace it when we wanted it. We want to go on a vacation to a very different country and experience a very different culture and food and be like, come back and tell our friends what we did. But if we're dropping a very different culture without warning, that will be very hard. So change, how to deal with change when it's forced upon us? Well, from what I was saying, I can see that expect change. Not just don't give for granted situations. The flat tire example. Just be aware that you are being lucky that you didn't get a flat tire today. Be aware you're very lucky you didn't get sick today. Be aware you're so lucky you didn't have an accident today. Hey, I'm celebrating. I didn't have a flat tire today. I don't have a car now, but here. But I didn't get sick today. I didn't have an accident. I had a great day. So having awareness of no bad having happened maybe makes me more, okay, when I get back to my place, if there's something wrong, a neighbor is making noise or something, I just won't be like, oh my God, this is terrible. No, because it's just, okay, I was prepared for something that wasn't good. Somebody broke in, stole my passport and all my money, my credit cards, and I broke and don't have a way out of here. That's okay. No, I'm just... So awareness of impeding change, awareness of our positive state, and preparedness. Could I get ill? So then, what am I gonna do? And when change comes, even if it's imposed on us, the flat tire happens. Be like, okay, there may be, it's gonna be maybe something positive out of this. Let me be patient. Let me see all the aspects of the situation. It's almost completely dark. The rain, well, seems to be trying to stop, or maybe not. And, but I think I'm gonna say good night.